very good morning to everybody on this Saturday. With this view from the Central Pier looking down to the North Pier, I would like to thank one and all who watched my tram video I uploaded earlier this week. Thank you. This video coming up does really contain an awful lot. Shops opening, shops closing, one of our old haunts reopening, with of course visits to our builds that we always cover. I really must get on with it now, but previously I'd like to thank all viewers very much for what they do for me. And as said, I do hope that you enjoy this video coming along now for you. Bye-bye. A warm welcome to one and all. We have a lot to do today, so I must get on with it. Across the road is the Grand Theatre. Next door, the jewellers and a watch shop. And the unit next door is where we are going. I'm so pleased to show this because Jacob, can you remember Jacob from the market? There he is, a little way from him as well. Yes, this is going to be his new shop. And inside he's hard at work with the people that are helping him. So in the near future, smart menswear, that's what Jacob has called his shop. In the not too distant future, this will be open for Jacob to sell his lovely men's clothes. Thank you, Jacob. We have simply moved around the corner and we are outside now, the very well known public house of the Rose and Crown. Just along here, 3 major surprises. All happened virtually overnight. Surprise number 1 is in front now. This is Jake, Neighbourhood Subs, a food outlet. Now Jake has Dirty Blondes, the Nook and the Commons Bar in Edward Street. And this is Jake's latest venture. He's done well here because there was a lot of work that had to be done inside, and he has done it. There's nobody there at the moment, so I cannot take you round it. Next door, surprise number 2. Can you remember Claire and Keith of the Planet Anime Shop? Well, regrettably, I have to tell you that they have moved on. They're no longer here. But the good news is they are simply concentrating online only. All the business now is done online because they have a warehouse. So this unit here is at the moment empty. It won't be empty for long, I'm sure. Now we're going to carry on along here for surprise number 3. Unfortunately, it is another closure. And this is the closure coming up. This is the shop that sold all those clothes on rails, and also you could buy clothes by weighing them. Yes, unfortunately, they have moved on as well. And as you can see, this shop now is to let. There we are, there's the sign there. So there's 3 surprises. Jake, Claire and Keith, and this shop here. All happened virtually overnight. We have to move on again now. Up there, the old post office of Blackpool. And our next shop visit is this here. This is a relocation which happened over the weekend. Cully's World, the very well-known shop that sold videos, huge collection of videos. They are now in Waterloo Road in the South Shore. We will visit them when they are all set up. A relocation here of Cully's World. We are very fortunate because we have a visit now inside Jake's latest business venture in his neighbourhood subs. What has happened is a team member has arrived and they noticed me when I was walking down the street and they called to me. So we have now, as you can see, we are inside this beautifully set up new venture. It has Jake and his partners written all over it. Lovely flooring, the walls, the ceiling, everything brand new. And as I said, a lot of work had to go into this. You won't see the work, but it's all been done. Look at that lovely ceiling. Yes, they are very nearly ready to open. However, they are waiting for a couple of tradesmen. They hope to open one day next week, but as said, they are waiting for tradesmen, so one doesn't know. Oh, we're in the kitchen area now. All nicely fitted out with everything. There's his new counter. So we wish Jake and his partners all the very best. I've just got to thank now the team member for seeing me and allowing me to make this unprepared video. All the best to them, and we will see them possibly and hopefully in the very near future when they're open. It is a nice clear day this Wednesday, so I thought I would bring us all down to Water's Edge to introduce this Wednesday's video. We're going to go to the build of the Wilco Store and the cinema complex straight after these views. There's the North Pier, so I will see you there at the actual build. Just have to cross the road very carefully, and that will take us to the gates of our very, very safe viewing area looking into this build. Lots of plant machinery at work here this morning. Now, I just refresh everybody what we learned last visit. All the building at ground level, all that area at ground level is just for the Wilco Store. And above that, on the first and second floor, all that area that you're looking at now and to that side projection is for the 9 cinema screens. Lots of plant machinery here working. There's that big blue cherry picker being helped along with that red mobile crane. There's contractors on that cherry picker right on the top of the steel framework. So that's our visit today to this build of the Wilco Store and the cinema screen. Oh, my friend's just coming to see me now.
Hello, my friend, how are you?
Fine, and yours?
Oh, isn't it coming along now?
Once I get started again, yeah.
It is another marvellous morning this Thursday. So to start this day's video off, that's meaning the Thursday, I'm just on the promenade, just next door to the North Pier itself. I'll just show you these couple of quick clips. I know they always go down well, these trams, and that's on a heritage tour today. A beautiful day, as said. I've just turned around so I can take you to the railings now and show you this very, very calm, blue looking Irish sea. And it's playing against the steps there and all under that North Pier. I was on my way up to Abingdon Street. However, look what I saw. I see this tram come down from Talbot Road. The first tram that we're going to see. Leave Talbot Road, turn right, and then go along the North Promenade. We must start today's video off now, so I do hope you've enjoyed those 3 little quick clips. The old post office of Abingdon Street and Tony of the bread basket. Now what I would like to do to start today's video off is to again allow some time for this project across the road. The new owners are doing everything they can, not only for themselves but also for the area. This will greatly enhance this Abingdon Street. Now that unit on the left on its own is, as said, on its own, it's a separate unit. Now we're going to have a look at those new windows as well. And what I'd like you to notice is all the work that has been carried out on the fascia boards here. They've all been cleaned off nicely. Yes, it goes right the way around here. This store, which is available to let, is a monster. Goes right the way down here, past the bus shelters. So just a visit to show everybody the great progress here and the effort of the new owners here. Yes, we are still in Abingdon Street. And this morning we have the arrival of the new signs for our new venue, which is that new cocktail bar, which stands above those 3 shops. The sign is waiting to be placed. That's where it's going, on that fascia board. And a quick look at it there. So we're going to return when it has been placed. The tradesmen now preparing to fix this very big attractive sign. And as promised, on our next return visits, look what we see. That fascia sign, nicely placed. First floor cocktail and food lounge, right above the phone gallery shop. Now also, what's happened today is this sign here has been placed because this is the actual entrance to that cocktail bar. Right in front of you. There's other signs to go here, so well done to everybody involved. Beautiful signs, yet more to come. A little point of interest regarding the Tram Line project. Please notice those 2 wells. Now, under the coverings of those 2 wells are a load of sensors. Now, when a tram arrives here, it has to stop because in the driver's cab of that tram also are sensors. And that will be relayed from the sensors in the road to that white cabinet, which I'm going to take you to, because that white cabinet is the controller of all the traffic lights and signals. And then it will tell the tram when it can move on and progress to its new platforms. A wonderful piece of luck for me. A tram is actually going to arrive. Now please notice what happens. It stops over those 2 wells. Did you notice that? I do hope you did. It waits and all the sensors will tell the driver what platform it will be going to. Yes, it even does that for them. 1 platform, 2 sides. That's all sorted out for the driver as well. And there's that cabinet there. That's the master controller. And there's a secondary one here as well. All very, very high-tech equipment here. A marvellous system. Now I'm going to take you quickly. Please notice in the middle of those tram lines, those wells. Yes, they're everywhere, even at the platform area as well. That sets up everything for the trams. It's all done for the trams. Very, very high tech indeed. And I believe, yes, we're going to see a tram actually now leave its platform. And you will notice it doesn't have to stop here over these wells because it's already had that taken care of at its platform. A straight run through for this tram down to the pier area. I do hope you have enjoyed seeing all this high-tech equipment that has been placed on this tram project. It is Friday, the first day of July, and at this wedding chapel there are 5 weddings scheduled today. This is one of them. The bride and the groom have just arrived in their horse and carriage. The carriage and driver and the horse will wait patiently for the service to take place, and then they will drive the happy couple to wherever they are holding their reception. I thought you might like to see this because it always makes a good video, this horse and carriage outside the wedding chapel. On with the video today for this Friday, the first day of July. The old post offices of Blackpool. And across the road where I am is this little avenue here called Cheapside. Now it's a very big day down here for one of our old haunts, and that is the haunt of the Nook. Now this has been closed for several weeks due to a refit. Today, on this Friday, this is going to open up at midday. It's just past that now. Now also on this opening there is a new manageress. So let's go inside and we're going to find this new manageress and the new bar in this venue of the Nook.
Hi, I'm Chloe, I'm the new manager of Nook, and all up here we have our wines and spirits. We've got a new food menu and drink menu. And yeah, if you want to follow me, we'll go up to the terrace, I'll show you around. We've also got a few wines up here. Brilliant. If you just follow, in here we've just got some of our craft ales. We've got wines, prosecco, beer, everything you'd like. Yeah, we've got 2 new tables with some lovely fairy lights and our trellises, and I'll show you up to the terrace. And up here we've got our lovely terrace, plenty of places to sit. It's an absolute sun trap, and we've got some art done by a local artist. Yeah, it's absolutely lovely up here. We've got blankets for if it does get a bit chilly.
Chloe, that was absolutely superb. You've done very well. Now, all the very best to your good self and all involved in this one of our old haunts, the Nook. It is time now for our complete tour of the build of the Holiday Inn and all the goings on with the trams. Now, the first thing I've got to tell you today is that, as you can see, the gates are closed. There is no tram testing today. This has been put back to this coming Monday. Just moving around the corner for our usual view of this facade here. And as you can see, placing of that special paper. Moving around, there's the 3 blue fascia signs of Blackpool North Railway Station. Now, this view here, marvellous progress, because we have the first 5 columns that you're looking at there, all completely done. And the joy is, the next 5 adjacent to that, all got paper on. We are again on that ramp that would lead you to the station. Our usual view here of that excavator, and also those 5 vertical columns where that paper has been placed this week. Marvellous progress there. Now, if you look carefully, you will see a couple of tradesmen working on the underpass. Can you see them? I hope you can. All coming along well here. Very lucky to get this. On my way to our next safe viewing area, we can see that blue cradle move upwards, and also our first view of that hoist. Right in front of you now. The first time we've seen it. And that hoist returns. So I'm going to make my way now to our next safe viewing area. I'm safely placed now at our very, very secure viewing area. Lots going on here. In front you can see a mass of paper being placed and a contractor on a scissor lift. A view of that hoist. I believe that's preparing to go up, that hoist. Oh, that's great. Yes, we can see our first view of that hoist climbing up that mast climber. I can tell you, the tradesmen here think the world of this. It's made it very, very easy to get materials up. And that hoist is going to meet now those contractors on the left on that blue cradle. So some good scenes here today. And would you believe, look, the contractor on that scissor lift, he's moving up as well. So there we are, that's the scissor lift, the hoist and that blue cradle, all in operation from this safe viewing area today. Oh, that's great. From our secondary viewing area, I can tell you that wonderful progress has been made internally with these shops here. This news from our secondary viewing area. We have made it to our principal viewing area. And again, we've been so very lucky today with all these views. In front, a contractor safely harnessing up a load of insulation which is going to be transported. That tower crane will lift this insulation right up to the roof. There we are. It's on its way now. Up, up and away. Yes, that noise you can hear comes from the tower crane itself. It is right above now the roof of the build, and the driver will gently and carefully place this insulation so as all the contractors there can lay it on the roof. And there's the motor again from the tower crane. And from our principal viewing area, a look at that blue and white silo, which will close today our tour of the build of the Holiday Inn and all the goings on with the tram lines. With this view on this Saturday morning, a view of this heritage tram waiting to start its heritage tour, this is where I would like to thank one and all who has watched this video, and I will see you next time. Bye bye. Bye bye.